What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with
another glorious day in the Corps.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy, and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 35 video. This is episode 4 of the hardcore Witch Doctor playthrough. So I think where we left off last time is that we had just got the two-piece, so let's grab that up. Before we get going, as always guys, thumbs up brightens my day, and special thanks to the 2 super chats who've come in since last time I recorded. I will stick them up on screen. Thank you very much both. It really does help keep series like this going. And it's brought the luck, guys, because look at this. Helltooth gloves with double Chris. That is very sexy. And we've also got a 6% crit roll on the mask as well, so that is pretty good. Now we probably do have to say goodbye to our Sage's two-piece, I guess, at this point. We will lose a bit of toughness, but it doesn't really matter. We're simply just going for the two-piece set at the moment. So I think if we chuck the gloves to the follower, we could... Oh no, we're trying to chuck him the Helltooth gloves, that's no good. We could simply chuck him the full set at this point, and we might well simply do that. But all we've got to do really, the main part of this next season journey, is to get these bounties done. So we did 1 and 5 last time, so we just need to do 2 and 4. Now with the two-piece Helltooth, we do have to change a few things. So we hit with primary skills, and then basically everything does a whole bunch more damage. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to leave in the zombie dogs, because they're going to be handy. I think probably are going to put in the Garg, just for the extra pet as well. So I guess we'll go for the Restless Giants, because I think that gives... Does that give us 3 of them? No. Is it the ring we get? We have to do for 3. Anyway, we'll stick the Garg on. We may as well leave Spirit Barrage on, because we are still rocking our Gazing Demise. And I've put it on normal, just simply with a view to getting these bounties done as quickly as possible. So I guess enough chit-chatting. Let's actually put our money where our mouth is and get going. But yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. This is just going to basically be about time. Let's pop the dogs. We'll let the dogs out. If we can create like a little bit of a pet army. I did think there was a rune that did the Gargs into 3, but it might be I might be thinking of the Short Man's Finger ring. It's been a while since I've done much with Witch Doctor. But yeah, I think we just need to crack on. So there we go, easy peasy. That like took about 60 seconds. So if all these bounties are like this quick, then we will be well on our way to getting the extra like 4-piece, and that's gonna help, I think, doing the GR20. But I didn't really think it's gonna be too much of a bother. Maybe we should put the Wall of Death on, or what is it? The Grasp of the Dead, because ultimately we're doing like 3000% weapon damage over 10 seconds, which is about 300 per second. But again, we don't really need it on this kind of like normal difficulty, because the pets will just break stuff anyway without us even having to like hit with the poison dart thing. But for Torment 4, we will have to pay attention and actually do it kind of properly. So I've been having a bit of fun on the main account. I've been trying to push up. I think I've only got to about 127 on my Gears of Dreadlands Demon Hunter, which is not particularly amazing. But the season theme is certainly very, very clunky. In terms of some rifts, it's just so good, and some it is absolutely abysmal. So yeah, I think I probably need to get a bit more used to kind of fishing and that sort of stuff. But I don't know, I'm hopeful I'll get 150 busted out by the end of the season. But I'm absolutely nowhere close on my SSF at the moment. Right, we'll grab up the white items just for the resources, because they might well come in handy later. And I'm going to run over here. Again, I don't know, we probably shouldn't be bothering picking up yellow items. We're going to kill the elites, just looking for the DB. I think on the to-do list as well is we've got to extract something at some point. So let's see, have we talked to this guy? I think so. Material could be quiet, that would be awesome. Alright, and there we go, another quick one. Happy days. So that's 3 out of 5 done. And I think we've got Sidea and Diablo to mop up on Master as well. And then the Master Rift, which again annoys me because we should have done that immediately at the start. Nothing we can do about shielding, can't damage it till it drops. Didn't give us the DB anyway. Good chance of getting this done just by finding the guy, so another 25 people. But yeah, I've actually been using Mundanuga to farm my keys, so I think one of the super chats popped on that video. It is a very nice build, Mundanuga. Very, very relaxing to play for keys, super chill. Did we get enough guys? Oh man, we're one short. There we go. That was lucky. So let's go do Belial. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on Witch Doctor doing the keys. I'm going to try Jade, I think, the keys, because that theoretically could be quite nice. Quite interested to see whether it's better. The Arakir Chicken as well is probably quite a good T16 build, but I think perhaps Mundanuga or Jade would be better just for like the AoE kind of coverage, because the Chicken's super fast, but you do have to kind of like stop to deal damage, I think. But I'm gonna get that set up and give it a little go. Belial sadly is probably the worst Act 2 boss, because we've got to go through all these waves of mobs. Then he comes down for a little kick off, and then even then we've then got to kill him like again. So it's like a triple whammy. Dalton Cool, much more beneficial. But I didn't bother resetting the game, so. I mean, sometimes in the season you do get like a mega lucky, and when you're doing the bounties you can get stuff like, you get your Crimsons and Guardians like straight away. You can get your Ring of Royal Grandeur straight away. Gloves of Worship I think is an Act 2, so that could be nice. Well under that, that'll take about 5 minutes, so that's not bad. This is why it's worthwhile just sticking the game on the lowest difficulty, because like really, what do we care? We just want to gobble up this stuff and get it done. Now, yellow rings are worthwhile saving, because at some point we're going to be looking for that Ring of Emptiness, and just having the rings to upgrade without the need for like spending blood shards on them, because it's a bit of a waste of blood shards, slightly improves efficiency. Right, so let's go Act 3. We've got Sidea, which would be handy if the game was on Master, but it isn't. So we could maybe do a Master set of bounties, but I think that's just going to end up wasting more time. So I think we're just going to have to do Sidea twice. But yeah, if we can get the bounties done in this little like half an hour playthrough, then I think that'll be a nice little progress. Be quite happy with that, and we might well be able to get the 4-piece, because if it's another 20 minutes, or maybe another 10 minutes to get these bounties done, another 5 minutes to mop up the Master stuff, maybe 10, because we're going to go do a Rift as well. So, a few more guys to finish. We've totally gone the wrong way. That would have been a brilliant... If we'd been looking for Gome, that would have been awesome. And we were far too efficient killing all these guys, because we should have just teleported back to the start. So, I don't know. Let's go right. Did a miserable job of keeping Soul Harvest up as well. One more person. Right, okay, let's go do Sidea. It is lovely when this little checklist thing's finished and we can just rift away till our heart's content, because that is certainly more fun. So we can kind of skip all this stuff. We just want to kind of really get the bounties done. We'll stop for a gobby though. Not that it made much difference. Can we get round this way? No. No. Potato gameplay again. Maybe putting the Garg on it was a mistake. Maybe we should just left it on the move speed buff. Ooh, a Vision of Enmity. We're going to skip though. I don't think a normal one's going to help us out too much. Let's grab this. Attack speed. Hot Soul Harvest. I guess we'll stop for these 2 elites. Why not? I'm so used to spamming buttons and pressing all the pets. We don't need to do that. But yeah, I think what I've noticed from the season theme is we do have quite a few really powerful effects, which is nice. I haven't quite learnt the timings of them, but some of them, like the fire one that I think is at like 300 maybe, absolutely sucks. It's really terrible. But there's ones before that that are just super good. And I've had a few rifts where you manage to actually spawn the angels like miles before the end, which is not ideal. I'm wondering whether you could actually maybe have 2 goes of angels if you got the right map and got really lucky. Like loads of little enemies that basically count nothing towards progress. So quite possible. I also don't know if it's possible to get the 1000 kill streaks and spawn Diablo in the actual integrated rift, basically. I'm not sure if that can be done. Potentially. Right, we need to find the little... I think this is the raised platform a little bit. So let's hope it loops around to the left, which it does not. Ooh, I heard the gem drop, but we're gonna ignore it. Just trying to press on. But yeah, I won't have to clear 150. I think my goal at the start of the season was to basically get top 100 SSF, all 7 classes. I think I need like a 138 or something like that so far on the Demon Hunter, which is definitely doable. I'll probably have to swap off the Gears of Dreadlands onto Natalia's, but it is I think, eminently doable. And the rest of the classes I think will probably be a bit more straightforward, because I still think DH is probably the most popular class in the game, just because it's just so easy to farm with. Gears of Dreadlands really nice, multi-shot, UE really nice, easy build, cheap builds to set up to get going. Like Witch Doctor, I don't even know what the top 100 for that is, but it's presumably going to be lower, I would have thought. So I'm just kind of slowly working my way through the classes and getting the like T16 builds for them so I can gear farm. But again, I think I probably need to be spending up like 100 for each class just so that I can flip the rifts really quickly, because I think the limiting factor is going to be augments as to whether I get one gear that's, you know, worthy of augments, which is going to take some time, but after that, importantly, whether we've got the actual gems to augment them. So not just the like physical ruby, amethyst, all that kind of stuff, but actually the legendary gems. So the visions, not the visions, the echoing nightmare keys are going to be very important, and ultimately that kind of goes against the use of the season theme, because I think the season theme possibly allows you to do your rifts a little bit higher, whereas I probably want to be doing them on that, for that particular goal, to just be doing them as quick as possible to get more and more of the keys. Right, I heard a goblin, we're just going to ignore. I mean, best case scenario, it was I don't know, a pet one. Maybe blood shards. Yeah, maybe we should stick the wall of death on, and that way we can kind of do a big area of effect, weapon damage jobby. So maybe after we stop, a little think. That would mean dropping the Spirit Barrage, which is nice because it's not on cooldown. Right, this is a kill all enemies, so let's make sure we don't miss anybody. Definitely heard that goblin. There he is. Oh no, don't tell me we've missed one. We've missed somebody. Oh, man. Grab that. It was a ring. Again, useful for upgrading. Ah. This little dude here chilling out by the healing well. Okay, last one, and then we've just got one more set of bounties. We've got to extract something in the cube, so I guess we probably should be looking to roll an offhand, because we probably may as well extract the Gazing Demise thing, just because it's going to be a bit of a power boost, isn't it? I think getting the level 70 mojo. It should have like a really decent damage roll. Better than 2 or 3 damage. Come on guys, let's go. Hat's just stood about doing absolutely naff all. Worthwhile clicking some of these armor racks as we go. Just again, build up the white materials, because we're going to be doing a bunch of upgrading. And grab that. Was it? It was another ring. Definitely my favorite. Like playing this game through way back in the day, Act 3 definitely my favorite. Just gave me massive like Lord of the Rings, Helm's Deep Fire vibes. Fortress Under Siege. So do you get like people contact and say, you know, just bought the game, just, you know, picked it up on Switch or whatever? Is it worthwhile like playing through the campaign? I always say yes. I think the campaign's worth the playthrough. And if anyone's got a Switch 2, is the game running like particularly better? Is that worthwhile investing in the upgrade for a from a Switch 1 to a Switch 2? I've had 2 Switches. One is completely kaput. I think I ended up spilling water on it. Oh, here we go. Legendary. That'll do very nicely because we are going to get rid of the sages at some point. Yeah, my first... well, I think it's technically the second Switch I bought. It was completely fried and spilt water on it. Unrepairable. And my first one is still going. So it's been a good piece of kit, I think. And I know consoles obviously got crazy leaderboards. Right, we're going to force a habit, open in Act 1. And then stick the 2 rings into the stash. That looks like the Harrington Waistguard, I think. Yeah. Chests grant extra damage. Vaguely useful on like regular torment farms and stuff like that, but not particularly useful in greater rifts because we don't open any chests. Theoretically helpful, I guess, so we'll keep hold of it because we will be taking off the sages, I think, because we're going to get the feet and shoulders once we've finally completed our activity list. So that's 2, 3 done. So let's do 4. We do have a slight chance at a Ring of Raw Grandeur completing this act, because I think this is the one that's like it's just totally random. We can get pretty much anything. We just need to cleanse the curse chest, so let's ignore these enemies. And I've forgotten to do the skills again. My attention span is definitely F tier. Maybe the 4-piece, that surely will be... I'll surely remember to do it then. Just largely speaking, ignore everybody. Grab Pool of Reflection, it's like vaguely helpful. And did we get some more blood shards? We got another 10. We might have 2 goes at a mojo. And of course, the one that pairs with the Helltooth with the zombie charges would be very nice. Get them tornadoes. Can we get the extra chest? We can. Fantastic news. We get extra gems. And there we go. Season theme coming in clutch again. Right, okay, Hammersmith. So this is decent. This guy is pretty fast to get to, fast to kill. Give that guy a little tickling with the Spirit Barrage, just in case he was going to drop us some more Death Breath. Right, we only have to kill the dude, we don't have to kill all this stuff. So let's drop the Garg on him. There we go. Dunsies. I still haven't finished the Altar of Rights on my main account. I've never had a season with so few primal drops. It has been insane. I still think I'm about 3 away. And I tend not to bother like even finishing the stuff for the Altar of Rights until I've got the primals done. So I haven't got my Staff of Herding done. It's been so slow. This is the slowest progress I've ever had in the season. I mean, I suppose maybe that's good because perhaps maybe it'll keep my playtime up, my interest levels high for the whole thing. But man, I really need to get that sorted. Right, we've got 125 dudes to kill. Not ideal. But these mobs, those little ones, the spider ones, really good for the season theme. Quite easy to kill, lots of progress. They were the ones, though, that you can, like, overdo it. Because they give such little progress, but they all count as kill. Right, are we going down this way? Is this the right way? Please, please, please. Looks like it is. There you go. We didn't even have to sweat the 125 kills. No problem whatsoever. You might even say it was barely an inconvenience. Right, let's go do the Aspect of Terror, and then this worst part of the season journey always is these 5 sets of bounties. But actually, I think because of the Spirit Walk, because the zombie dog's giving us the move speed, this has not been too bad. It's normally more annoying than this. Right, so we need to kill stuff because we've got to get to 100 again. We've not really looked out with these last 2 bounties. Let's go round to the top. Nope. So back this way. Just mop up everything that we see. Just Spirit Barrage it. Off we go. I was thinking about a Holy Grail Diablo 3 challenge the other day. And I was thinking it should probably be something along the lines of 150 on all the classes. and extract every single item into the cube, which would be super annoying to do. But it wouldn't work as well as D2. D2's just got such low drop rates that you do get that really big buzz when you find something super. Right, that's some more plans. Is this the jeweler done? I don't know, maybe it was done earlier. Right, Nephilim Rift Master, Imperial Gem, and then we've got to go on Master anyway for Sidea and Diablo. And then we've got to extract into the cube. So let's do the Mojo. Oh, look at that! Look at that! We get the Thing of the Deep. Really cool. Increased gold pickup radius by 20 yards. That's actually useful to have for now. So that's cool. We'll gladly take that. We'll complete the cube objective by sticking the Gazing Demise on. That's now on a 150% multiplier, which is decent, I guess. I'm wondering whether we should upgrade a ring, because we've only got a yellow ring. So should we take a stab at the Ring of Emptiness? Can't remember. Is that level 71? We try and stick it in the cube, see what happens. Upgrade. Oh, well, I mean, a puzzle ring is decent, because that gets us our Boon of the Hoarder. But for the moment, we'll kind of keep that on. We are out of DBs, though, so that maybe that wasn't the hottest idea. But, hey, I fancied a gamble. Go big or go home. Right, so let's put it on Master. I mean, we could just try Torment 1 Rift. The 4-piece isn't going to give us any extra damage, is it? In fact, we're going to do more damage with the Sages, aren't we? Because we're going to get the 250 intelligence. So actually, we're going to lose damage when we swap. What to do? All right, let's go do Diablo. Go say hey. Let's think. Shall we swap on to Wall of Death? I think. Not Wall of Death. What do I want? Grasp of Death. I know it's got death in there. Go for this, the Area of Effect one. So that should give us the 3000% damage, which might be handy for a boss. So we can slow. We can increase the damage. If they die, 70% chance to spawn a zombie dog. I guess that's okay, because the zombie dog's going to do damage for us. Reduce cooldown to 4 seconds. I think I like the sound of cooldown. Let's do that. Let's try this. Right, so we need to hit him with that, and then we Grasp of Death him? Is that how that works? Do we just Grasp of Death people? No, I think we have to hit them with the generator first. So let's just try. If we Grasp of Death this guy, not much is happening. I don't know. Maybe we're not doing it right. Anyway, we need to go find Diablo, not be messing about with this. Ooh, we didn't even pop the dogs. Very silly. Right, where is Diablo? So if we'd actually killed that guy, we'd have got the bounty done. That was probably a bit silly. Refresh the Soul Harvest. And then Pinnacle of Heaven. Yep. Up we go. So, enemies hit by primary skills. That's a primary skill, isn't it? Acid Cloud, Firebite, Zombie Charger, Zombie Dogs, Gargs, Grasp of the Dead, which is that. Or Wall of Death are afflicted by Necrosis. Oh, maybe it's hit by primary skills. Comma, so as in, like, maybe if we just hit with a primary skill we get this 1000. I thought you had to do double tag like Zuni Master, but maybe you don't. Yeah, so we should just be getting this Necrosis whatever, so we didn't need to swap that. So that's why it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So we can basically stick the like pressing that's not going to do anything basically, is it? It's not going to help. So Spirit Barrage seems to be doing about as much damage as the 2-piece. So I mean, I suppose we've got 2 sources of damage because we like whack with the generator and we're getting this 3000%, and we can Spirit Barrage on top of that. Torment 4 is going to be really slow, I think. I was kind of hoping it would be a bit better. I looked at that for a second and thought we'd activated the 400 kill streak season theme, but obviously that's nonsense. Right, Diablo is defeated. Okay, so I think, guys, we will call that episode 4 because it's been about half an hour, so I'm going to record the next one pretty soon. Thank you for all the support, comments. I do read them all. Yeah, keep the support coming and we'll keep the videos pumping out. I'll see you again in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace.